back to my room, my studio, my spare bedroom, my little secret hideaway. Hope you had a good day. I thought it was time that I should make some more acrylic paint pouring necklaces. I made, a few hundred about a year or so ago, and I think I'm down to 6, so I need to restock. And these necklaces make such great gifts, and they do sell well in my craft fairs and events, but I like to give them away. Like when I do in-person classes, I do it as a thank you gift for when someone takes a class with me, or a last minute birthday that you didn't have a gift for. They're just great gifts. So there are 2 different ways that I like to make my necklaces. I like to make them where when I do my paint pouring art, the drippings, I dip the glass cabochon into the paint and then let it dry. And the other way is with the paint skins, the ones that I've been saving. Just glue the glass cabochons right on here, let it dry, cut it out, and glue. So either way is cool. They both give different effects. So I thought we would try both ways. And as I'm doing both ways, there does need to be some dry time with the adhesive. So I'm not going to necessarily get through all the steps, but I'll get through as much as I can just to get you an idea. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch my cameras now, and hopefully that this camera likes to go a little blurry, and I think it's because it tries to autofocus. So I will hopefully stay on top of looking at that just so it doesn't go blurry on you. But this one, oh, I forgot. It also likes it when I have the glove on. Likes to stay in focus better, which is weird, but that's okay. I made this one today, probably about an hour or so ago. And what I did is I glued the glass cabochon onto the paint skin, let the adhesive dry, cut it out, and then glued it onto here. And this is from a dried paint skin. And you can get these charms. They're called bezels. They come as a kit, and you can get it at Amazon. And if you look in the description of this video, I have links of the kits I have used in the past, including some earring kits that are like so cool. And they're neat. They don't come with this box, but they come with the metal cabochons. They come with the glass, and you assemble them. And what I found last week, I found they're metal bezels, and I have these linked in my description too. But they're 2-sided, and you can put the design on both sides, or you can leave one blank and put a picture. So I think these are so cool, so I'm going to see if I can do some of these also. And I have some oval, I have some rounds, so we'll get started. This I've already started to glue, but I wanted to show you how I glue. I'm going to take a heart, and I use this diamond glaze. It's dimensional adhesive, and it dries super crystal clear. And this big bottle will last you maybe your lifetime because you don't need a lot of the glue. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to use this paint skin. This is from several weeks ago. I put it in my binder to store, and I pulled it out for tonight. I have my glass heart, and on the flat side, I'm going to put some of the adhesive. Oh, after I open it up, sorry. You know the details. There we go. Gonna put some on this, and I like this area right in here, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set it down, and I'm just going to work it around, getting the air out, pushing it, and then you'll feel it starting to tighten. And then actually that looks real good, so I'm going to let it sit right there. Oh, can you see it right here? Kind of see it, huh? Gonna let that one sit right there. I'm gonna grab one more, do the same thing. And maybe let's do it over here this time. And I'm just gonna see if I can pick this up so you can see a little better. Just pick it up. Do you see how the adhesive, it's a little cloudy right now? When it dries, it'll be clear. So that's a good sign that it's done. Okay, so I got these two. I'm gonna let them dry. And like I said, I went ahead, oh, let me close this up. I went ahead earlier, probably about an hour ago, I glued those two on. So I kind of wanted to show you because this needs to set before I cut it. So I'm just grabbing some scissors, just regular scissors. I do find smaller pinking scissors do work a little better for these hearts, but I forgot to grab it before the live started because of this little indentation in there for the heart. And we're just going to do the best we can with it right now. And these scissors are my all-purpose scissors. Do not use your fancy fabric scissors or paper cutting scissors. Use some just basic crafting scissors. You don't want to get adhesive all over your really expensive, nice scissors. And just do the best we can. Can you see? Look how cool that is. And that's just from a dried skin. So now I'm going to grab this one and we're going to dry fit it right now. I just want to make sure it fits. Look how cool that is. So to get it permanent, I'm going to take the same dimensional adhesive, my diamond glaze. I'm just going to put in the center. You don't need a lot with this. You don't want the adhesive popping up from underneath it because then it starts getting to be a mess. And then you just put it in. Oh, see, it popped up. I put too much. That's all right. We're going to learn how to clean right now. Going to let that sit. I don't know if you can see, but because I've been touching it with my gloved hand that has some adhesive, it's got a little sticky on the top. So what we're going to do, got my little cup here, and this is 91% isopropyl alcohol, and then a Q-tip. Grab a Q-tip and just start cleaning. That's all. Just start cleaning the adhesive. If you find that it's still a little bit cloudy, then take a microfiber cloth and just clean the surface. And then you're going to want to let this dry. I let mine dry 24 hours. Hopefully you can, hopefully my camera lets you see this close. I let these dry 24 hours before I slip them on a wax cord. Oops, I grabbed a Kobuchon. A wax cord, and then they're ready to go. So I'm going to let this one set aside, and these are drying. Let's do one more. Let's do this oval. And sorry my hands are all scratched up. I have 7-month-old kittens. And my baby girl Doja, my son gave them their names. Doja likes to grab my arm and claw my hand and just kind of lightly nip my hand. So I got all these little baby scratches all over me. So I tell her she needs to go play with her brother Huey, not me. And look at there. Can you see? And then we're going to take our adhesive. Just that little bit. That's all you need. You got to decide with the ovals and the circles, you need to decide which side is up. So that looks good. And you fit it in. Press it down. Grab my Q-tip. Gonna clean it up. And don't, the adhesive, remember, it dries crystal clear. It looks a little cloudy. So after they are dry, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna let them sit for 24 hours. After they are dry, then I'll come back with my Q-tip and the alcohol and just give it another once over. But that's all I've ever done. Okay, look at that. This one is silver and black with gold in it. And you can see the reflections of my lights in there, sorry. Alright, let's set that one aside. And these two, we're just going to let dry. I may end up cutting those out later, but you get the idea of how to cut it out on the skins. So the other way I like to do it is, let me grab my practice canvas. I stuck this underneath. This is my practice canvas. So you're doing your paint pour art, and then you're going to have drippings on the table, but we're going to just do it right here. And then you're going to just take your glass and dip it. So let me show you how I make this. And this is a styrofoam block I got at Michael's. And these are in the cake aisle, these popsicle sticks. They're cake sticks or popsicle sticks. And then I hot glue the cabochon right on it, and then I just dip it. Whoops. Dip it into the paint. So I did these a little bit ago where I dipped it, and then I'm letting them dry. Looks pretty cool, huh? So what I'm going to do, excuse me, let me show you how to hot glue these sticks on, because it can be a little finicky. I'm going to set that aside there. And we're going to do, excuse me, I thought I had a couple sitting out, but I guess not. Probably cleaned up too well. We're going to do a couple circles. And the sticks, got some of the sticks, and then we got our hot glue gun. So you want just a simple craft hot glue gun. Don't get a high heat glue gun. I've tried that, and the glue just doesn't set right with these. It's too hot. So you just put a dab of glue down, stick the stick in it, and then you're just going to let it dry. Let it cool off. As soon as it cools off, then you can poke it into the styrofoam. So there's that one. I'm going to do another one. Put the glue down. Stick the stick in, and I'm going to hold it with my other hand. I've kind of mastered this. And then I put another layer of glue around the stick on the top so it helps bind. And don't worry, they pop right off when you're ready for them to pop off. And I'll show you in a second too. There we go. Oh, need another glue stick. And always have supplies at hand, especially when you're working with hot glue. Tends to dry quick. Okay, we got those. Got those setting. Let me just move it into the center more. And just make sure you do have it in the center more. And then, see, this one's ready to go. So I'm just gonna stick it right in my block. And that one, and you can tell when they're ready too without touching that glue if it's standing up on its own, because otherwise with the warm glue, this stick falls over. Just take it, stick it in. And this one needs a couple more seconds. But let me show you. This one I did earlier. So, whoops, see? It wasn't ready. This one I did earlier. So when I dip it, you're going to let it cool in the styrofoam block. And then once it's dried, I let mine dry at least 24 hours, sometimes longer, because I do want to make sure that this underlayer, this top layer of paint, dries faster than that underlayer. So since we're putting it on glass, it could take a little bit longer, so it just depends. You're going to have to play around with it. And when you're ready, they just pop right off. See? Pop right off. So you paint it, let it dry, pop it off, stick it in the middle bezel. How easy is that? And it doesn't, and then this, I just trim it right here and then reuse it. Cool, huh? So let's do, oh hi soapy friends, how are you? Hope you're having fun, hope you're learning stuff. How's the weather over there? Okay, this one has some wet paint from me earlier, but I'm going to go ahead and add more because, you know, why not? So I'm just going to add some paint. And this is just pre-mixed regular stuff I've had that I've been using on my other projects. But this is just to mimic the paint that falls after your paint pours. So we're just making a design right now. This is our practice. That's probably going to end up amazing. Okay, so we got that paint. And now, let me get some white. Ooh, a bike ride. On a big screen TV you're watching this? Holy cow. Hi. I hope you can see the jewelry easy on the big screen. Okay, so we got this. And I'm going to take a little bit of the silicone oil after I open that up too. And what we're doing, we're just doing a mock painting so we can dip our glass copechones in them. And I'm going to need a paper towel to wipe off the palette knife. And I added some silicone in here, so we'll see how well I did. We're doing a swipe. So that way we can dip our glass copechone. And even if you just wanted to make something like this for your jewelry and dip it, go ahead. That's the fun part about our art. You can do whatever you want. And it's really fun to do it like this too, because then you can see how the colors work together and how your mix works together. And you never know, you may surprise yourself. Okay, okay, that's the problem. I can be here fidgeting with this for all night. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Okay, so now we got our drippings on the table or our mock painting. So let's take, whoops, one of our prepped pieces and let's dip it. And this side will look a little odd, but that's the side that is going to be shown. So this is the side that I can see the cells on. And then you just stick it, make sure it's flat. And you can re-dip in the same areas too. And this one's going to be really pretty. Soft blue and pink. And this one is going to be, it's going to look a beachy wave. It's got the blues, the sea green. And it's that simple. Just go and dip. And I will have a styrofoam block like this just ready with all my copachones, just setting aside. So that way, after I'm done painting and I see all these drips, I can just go ahead and dip it, set it, let it dry, and then when I get time, go and glue them to the bezels. So I hope this helps you. I hope this inspires you. Let me know if you have any questions. This video will be available on my channel. It should be immediately, but I think last week YouTube did take several hours before it posted it, but there will be a replay. And if you go to paintpouracademy.com, I have a course on this, on how to make these. And it does have a downloadable workbook, so you can print it, and it has the directions right there. And you can make notes in your technique, whatever products you use. It's a pretty helpful guide. And I will be adding this video to that course also. So if you already have that course, you're going to get new content. So I hope this helps you. Let me know if you have any questions. You can contact me, leave a comment here, or Paint Pour Academy, or on Facebook. I hope you have a good night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.